Hey Brandon, how's it going? Got your email here, so I want to give you a visual of how that works out here. Okay, so there's a couple different ways you can um, do a reply to a comment within Facebook. And so your email says, do you have to create a workflow for every post on your socials or blanket coverage of all my posts from here on out? Yes, there's a blanket one you can do. Let me show you how you can do that. So if you go into automations, okay, well, first things first, let me back up. So one, let's make sure your page is connected. So under settings, and then if you go down to integrations right here, just make sure your page is connected. Okay. Right now, you can see I already got my page connected here. Um, it's not going to show up on your side, but the window will pop up and then there's a little drop down. You got to pick the page that you're connecting to. Okay. Um, you do that for your Facebook page as well as your Instagram page if you have one. Okay. Once that's connected, then you'll want to go into your automations here. Okay. And there's two different ways you could do it. One, I'm going to show you how to do it from scratch or how I did this one from scratch. But there is a recipe one that gives you an option too. Okay. Um, and as you can see here, right here, this one will automatically put the fields for you. Okay. If you select that one. And there's also this one using Workflow AI. Okay. This one's a little bit more advanced. So this is where, you're using AI to automatically determine the sentiment of a response, and then it's curating the response based on AI. So, if you want to play around with that, you have the option to do it. If you want to have a little bit more control of it right off the gate, I recommend doing this one right here, and then you can play with it, or just do it from scratch. Okay, and I'll show you how I did this other one from scratch here. Okay, so the way you're going to do this is you're going to create a trigger right off the gate. Okay, and that trigger is going to be a Facebook comment on post. Okay, so let me go back out here and I'll show you. So if I search for it, you can just search under Facebook, and it's this one, comment on post. Okay. When you do that, you got a couple different options that you got to do here. So one, the workflow trigger name is this. The filters are page. Then you got to select the page. Okay. So in this case, I'm going to use my page as an example and show you what it looks like. The post type. In this case, this is a published post. Okay. This is where a blanketed response is to no matter what post is on your page. So if you left it like this, no matter what post it is, when somebody leaves a comment, it's going to trigger this workflow. Okay. If you want to customize it, then you can go to custom post is, okay, and you can enter the value in there for what that page is exactly. Okay. Or you could do contains phrase. Okay. So if it's going to be like um, a particular phrase that you want, and it might contain like free guide or something like that, then it would trigger based on that sequence. If you want it to be an exact match, like if somebody drops in the word course, then you would use that one right there. Okay. So it really depends on your use case here. If you want a blanketed response, anytime somebody leaves a comment on your post and you're trying to like promote a webinar, you're trying to promote, your website, trying to move for bookings, etc., then you could just leave this, delete that step, put it on publish post. Okay. And then it might automatically default this. As you can see, it picked up on my page. So it put post is, and now it's picking a series of posts that I have on my page currently. So you could pick one if it's a specific post. If not, just delete this step. Okay. So it should look like this. Page is digital unicorn or MEI coaching. Post type is publish post. All right. And that means that no matter what, any of those posts that are on your page, when people comment to a post, then it's going to trigger that. Okay. All right. So from here, what you're going to do here is you're going to choose this next step, respond on comment. Okay. So if I wanted to look for it here, it'd be this one right here, reply in comments. Okay. So I already have it selected here, so I'm not going to do it there twice, but that's what it looks like. So if you click on that, in this case, I did a couple things here. You don't have to do this for each one because maybe people won't always be posting the nicest things here, but you can automatically toggle this so it likes comments automatically. So that part's kind of cool. Only works on Facebook though. Instagram doesn't allow it to happen yet. Okay. The other thing that you're going to select here, is this custom value here, which is basically saying Facebook comment, right, on a Facebook post in the body. Okay. The way you get to this is if you click this little button here, this little tag looking deal, scroll down to custom values, or no, I'm sorry, right here, Facebook comments on post. Okay. Comment body. And that's what this is right here. Okay. That's basically just telling it that you're going to like those posts that are on the body of your Facebook post, is what that's saying. Okay. So you don't have to have that there. That's just an option if you want to automatically like people's posts and drive engagement, which I'm guessing you probably will. Okay. The next step here is you want to be able to respond to their messages. So in this case, you're going to use this one, Facebook Interactive Messenger, as the next action. So you can search for that right here, Facebook Interactive Messenger. And by the way, this you're going to do the same thing for Instagram if you want to create another workflow for Instagram, whether you add it in here or create a completely separate one. Okay, it's the same what do you call it? Same process. Okay, so once you do that one, it's going to give you some options here. Okay, it's reply via DM or reply to comment via DM. So what this means is that this has to be initiated by the person DMing you. Okay, most people are not going to do that unless they're really really wanting what you're offering. But if you're trying to just drive engagement from a comment on somebody, then you're going to use this one right here. So as soon as somebody comments, it's gonna DM them the next thing that we're going to show you here. Okay, so in this case, I selected this. Okay, and then I have an initial message says, "Hi, would you like our free 7-step guide to mental mastery?" Okay, that's what's going to pop up. Now, if you keep scrolling down, I mean, you can do all kinds of other things in here if you wanted to, adding files to a URL here, attachments, etc. But I'm going to show you a simple way to do this. So you got the option to add buttons, and you got the option to add quick replies here. Okay, so I'm just going to give you buttons in this example, but let's say this is the question here. Hi, would you like our free 7-step guide? And then you give them an option that says yes. Okay, you can hit this little toggle switch here and see if it lets me do it. It's not going to let me edit it right now because I published this. Okay, but in this case, I put yes. I chose the open website option. I just have my website here, but this could be a URL that goes to that guide. So if you had it uploaded in Digital Unicorn, you could just take that URL, put it here, and I would send them to the guide. Okay, or webinar or whatever it is. The next option is you can have it call a number. So in this case, I put, can I talk to somebody? And then I put my phone number here. Okay, my DU number here. Other option, book an appointment, which you might use here. So again, open website, and then I use the URL for the booking calendar. Okay, and then I didn't put any quick replies in this example, but as you can see, you have the option to add quick replies where they're basically predetermined responses that the customer can choose in there. So maybe it's like, no thanks, but I have another question. Okay, or that's the title. I'm sorry, another question. Okay, so this is what they would see. No thanks, but I have another. Oh, we can only do 20 characters. I forgot. Okay, let's just put another question. Or let's just do something else. Okay, we're going to save that. All right, so in this case, you can see now the options from here are going to be, it's going to time out if nothing happens, they don't respond. If they choose yes, it's going to do what we chose on yes. It's going to send them to that URL. Okay. If they choose, can I talk to somebody? It's going to automatically call this number. If I choose book an appointment, it's going to take them to the calendar. Okay. And if we do this option, if they click something else, we need to have a response to that. So we're going to need to do a response to that. Okay. So in this case, I'm going to put, go for it. What question do you have? Okay. And then this is where you jump in and start engaging with the person. Okay. And if you were using AI, obviously this would do that kind of stuff for you. Okay, but we can get into that a little bit later. So if that looks kind of like how you want it, you can go ahead and publish that, save it. Okay, and we're gonna test this out. So I'm gonna go to my Facebook page. Okay, I'm gonna refresh it here, and I'm just gonna go down to this post here, and I'm gonna comment on here and say, free guide, please. Because remember, I didn't put an exact phrase on this. This is just if anybody comments on a post, because I'm promoting a guide or I'm promoting whatever bookings with me. That's what I'm after. I'm looking for anybody that's posted on any one of my posts. Okay, so here in just a second, we should get notification. There it is. Bam. So it says, hi, would you like our free 7-step guide to mental mastery? So now, remember, if I clicked on yes, it's going to route me to the web page. If I say, can I talk to somebody? It's going to have them call. If I say book an appointment, it's going to take me to my booking calendar. And if I say something else, it's just going to engage in that conversation. So I'll just show you what it looks like. I'll hit yes. As you can see, it opens up the URL I sent it to. If I say, can I talk to somebody? It wants to open up Messenger or my phone application, FaceTime here, so I can call. If I say book an appointment, it's going to take me to the calendar link that I put in here. Okay. And if I say something else, then bam, it just says something else, and then now we're engaging in a conversation. Okay. And as you can see, I'm getting it on my phone too. Right there. Oh, and this is in here because I have my AI connected to this, so that's why you're seeing this come in here. So yours wouldn't be doing this unless you had, all the AI integrated in there and whatnot, which we can get into what those options are, because you can do just standalone responses like this, or if you want to go full blown unlimited on everything, that's another thing we can discuss. Okay, but as you can see, the workflow works, right? Pretty cool, huh? So if you wanted to promote a course that you're doing, or you got an upcoming webinar, you can adjust these workflows as needed. Obviously, if you're mix and matching what you're pushing or promoting, you'll want to make sure you double check what's in your workflow, or disable an old one if you're doing a new one, etc. But as you can see, this is a pretty practical example of something I could see you doing, where you might be putting a guy together, and your goal is to get their contact information, right? So you could do this, but then all of a sudden, you know, maybe you're responding to them after you see that they get the guide, because then you can say, hey, awesome to see that you got the guide. Wanted to see if you had any other questions, or like to talk to me about what I am doing, etc. And then you can kind of continue the conversation from there. Obviously, you can get really more customized on this if you're trying to get their number and stuff like that. That's another thing. But that gives you an example of how to put this thing together. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, and play around with it. Like I said, you're not going to really break anything. Okay, if you really want to play it safe, you can go open up a test Facebook page and do it on there. But as you can see, I did it on my live one here, and I'm just going to delete this here because I don't need that there. But you can see that it works. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you later, man. Bye.